a problem? Possibly yes. Is it a healthy problem? Also yes. Hello. Okay, this is week 2 of shopping in 2022. And I made a list this time. Look at me. I am trying to be a little bit more organized into 2022. But I made a list of things that I am looking for, specifically 2022 trends. Take a drink every time I say 2022. Right now, I am looking for Y2K. That is just like still completely in style right now. Sheer, dark denim, maxi length skirts I noticed was also a big trend, and that was actually what I was looking for the last time. So we're going to continue looking for that. The color purple is supposed to be huge this year, so we're looking for purple. Regency, cottagecore, that's still a big thing. Cutouts, like shapes and stuff like that. Prada-like bags was on the list, and that is something that I am still constantly looking for. So Prada-like bags, there we go. We know that's still in style. And then also I am going to be looking heavily for jewelry, which I'm kind of excited for. I mentioned this before that I really wanted to look for jewelry, and that is something that I'm really going to emphasize this week. So statement rings, pearls, and vintage-like floral patterns. So let's get started. Let's see what we can find. I knew this week was off to a good start when I found these shoes. These just barely hit the mark of platform, but they are perfect enough for me to walk in comfortably, so I was super stoked about these. Y2K and sheer are two of the trends that I was specifically looking for, and this one I was checking the sheerness on it and it just didn't quite hit the mark, so I did pass on this top. But I did find this Anne Fontaine top, and this one I did decide to grab specifically for my Poshmark store just because I really liked the cut on it, but it wasn't going to fit me perfectly, but I know I can find this one a good home. The print on this dress looked very similar to some of the patterns that I was pulling up for inspiration, but the cut and the finish was just a little too outdated for me. I debated on whether I was daring enough to try this top, but I did decide to pass on this one as well, and it was a little bit too current for me. If this was the true vintage version, I would have picked it up in a heartbeat. I have been obsessed with Norma Kamali vintage skirts for years, and I spotted this from a mile away. The moment I saw the tag on it, I was so pumped. This is such a coveted piece in the vintage world, so I was very excited to pick this up. I'm still looking heavily for skirts, and you guys will see a little bit later at the end. I did end up finding one that I am absolutely loving. This Forever 21 one was super cute, but the quality on it just wasn't there for me, so I did decide to pass on that one. I love that Savers sets their jeans up this way because it makes it so much easier to comb through and see the brands and the size. And can I just say, low rise is so readily available. If anybody is looking for it, you will find it. The jewelry section was a total miss for me, but again, the florals and the chunky rings are two things that I am definitely keeping an eye out for. And last but not least, I am still on the hunt for that Prada-like bag. You guys, these bags are everywhere right now. So I can imagine if they do show up in the thrift store, they probably get picked over real quick. This one was, it was getting there. We're getting there. You know, the shape and everything, it's like starting to form, but it just wasn't quite the right one. I'm gonna find it, you guys. I'm determined. Hello. Okay, as you guys can see, this week is going to be a small but mighty haul. I went really heavy on the colorful / Y2K, which I'm really proud of myself because I have been trying to stretch into that category just because I feel like I live in like the 1970s and 1980s as far as fashion goes, and I just have to accept like Y2K is here and it is clearly here to stay. But I think there's a lot of elements that I'm enjoying taking out of the Y2K fashion trends, like the color and the like louder, bolder prints, and kind of mixing them into things that still make me happy as far as like 1980s fashion. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into all the things that I'm keeping for myself and how I styled them up. First off, I found this Dress Forum maxi midi skirt. I loved that it had the ruching details on the side so I could kind of tie it up and make it look a little different with different like levels of tying. And I loved the snakeskin pattern, and I think this definitely falls into that skirt trend that I am looking for. I actually wore this with a Wilfred cropped sweater that I like this style, but I also think like an oversized sweater would look super cute with this. So I think there's a lot of different ways that I could style this up, but I feel like this is a current take on the Y2K trend styles. And this is the Aritzia cropped sweater. This is actually from a couple seasons ago, so I was really happy to see that this is something that I can still bring into like current style, because I do still kind of consider Aritzia a little bit of fast fashion. I did like that this was an older style, but you can still very easily make this current. Okay, shout out to my sister actually for this one. I brought this home and I was like, you know, this is like adorable. Like, do you have any little kids that you think would appreciate this sweater? I just couldn't leave it behind. And she was like, you can appreciate the sweater. And I tried it on, and sure enough, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this actually fits perfect. The only thing that was holding me back from this was the sleeve length. I thought this was gonna be too short, but honestly, I think that's what just like pulls all this together. I'm so used to keeping little boys' clothes, like, and styling them up for myself, that I didn't even think about it with this sweater until I tried it on, and I was so happy that I did, just because I think this is gonna be one of my new favorite sweaters. I did have to do some repairs to it, but that is just, you know, the life of owning vintage items. I did have to stitch up the front and, you know, fix some of the buttons, but it all comes with the territory. But I would date this probably 1980s, made in USA, just super cute. And again, this is like a totally on print style. I could not believe it. I feel like somebody would have scooped this up a lot quicker at the thrift stores had this been like either a more current style or had it been a larger size. But I feel like this was just like perfectly waiting for me. I was so happy about this sweater. And then these, I thought I hit the vintage jackpot. They did turn out to be a reproduction by the brand Glory Days. I had actually never heard of them before, but they make super cute jeans. And like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, dark wash denim is definitely on trend right now. So I felt like this checked off that box for the dark wash trend that I was looking for. And I really liked that it had like the built-in kind of pleat on the front. I really appreciated that. I feel like this is like a style that you normally get in vintage denim when they iron the jeans, and I think this just added that like extra touch to it. But even the back pockets, like you guys, it was so hard to date these denim to figure out if they were current or not, and what ultimately gave it away was the tag. I think the tag just looks a little bit too modern in my opinion, and I just had to date this as modern day. But man, oh man, they like, I mean, the stitching and everything, it just really looks vintage. But alas, it is current. But man, oh man, these are super cute. Very like mom fit denim jeans, but dark wash. And again, exactly what I was looking for. These last two items were pieces that I have been looking far and wide for. This sweater is vintage. And I almost cried when I found it because I have been seriously contemplating between the House of Sunny sweaters that I love and then also the Paloma wool sweaters that I love. I was like, how many extra Poshmark items do I have to sell in a month to be able to buy one of those sweaters for my closet? Because I just love those styles. But I feel like this is that exact style, just in vintage form, which is, I mean, that's what I live for. Like, that's what I do. So to find it finally in vintage form, just, oh man, it made it like that much more special to me, I guess. I don't know. But it's just, oh, the pattern on it, everything. Like, this is if the House of Sunny and Paloma wool sweater had a baby. This is what it would look like. The color tone on it and everything though, it just, oh man, I could not believe it. I am going to wear this sweater to death, guaranteed. It looks expensive. I'm sure at one point in time it was considered expensive, but I got it secondhand and I am so happy about it. Okay, so that was my favorite sweater find, but a while back, I was looking for those creeper shoes and I wanted the platforms, which again was on the 2022 trend list. These aren't quite the shoes that I was looking for, but they are going to do the trick for me, especially considering I got them secondhand. They just, I mean, they're the color tone and everything that I was looking for. The heel on them is just right that I still feel like I can wear them like, you know, just running errands or to the thrift or whatever. They're not like too much, they're just right. And again, I feel like, you know, you just make the list and you slowly check it off as far as what you're looking for when you're going out thrifting. So that was all for the small but mighty haul. I did, of course, pick up a ton of stuff for my store, as always. I'm trying to give you guys a glimpse of that in the beginning so you guys can get a feel for what I'm putting in the store. I also wanted to let you guys know I am currently running a 50% off Poshmark sale. I'm just sending out offers. So if you like an item, I'll send you a 50% off offer. I'm just trying to clear out some of my items from last year, you know, start a little bit fresh with 2022. And of course, because I'm going a little bit more for like a curated closet, I think these days, I think it'll be kind of fun to just start fresh. So feel free, even send me offers if you find something you're interested in. Happy to make some good deals and find these items new homes. So, okay, that is all for this week. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.